Bo and Luke Nation, welcome to the Bo and Luke Show. We're excited to be here. I'm your co-host, Luke Carignan.
I'm your other co-host, Bo Brabo. And today, Luke and I are coming at you, just the two of us. We're going to talk about battle rhythm. We've talked about that, Luke, over and over and over on the show. But now we want to take a minute and kind of take all the things that we have heard from some pretty spectacular guests, and we want to share with you the ins and outs of what to do, how to do it, all the good things that come with setting a battle rhythm. And that's what we're going to talk to you about today. So, hey, and before we get started, check out theboandlukeshow.com, leave us feedback, get the links to all of our social media sites, listen to us on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe. And if you want to be a guest on the show, hit the guest feedback form or guest request form and let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll get in touch.
Absolutely. And I'm really excited because we talk about this on pretty much every show, don't we?
We do. We mentioned it at least once, I think, during every episode.
And
now we're hitting episode 28. So it's time to really kind of get into some details and share with the Bo and Luke Nation what it means. You know, how do you settle battle rhythm? If you don't have one, what the hell are you supposed to do? Right? How are you gonna get after it?
Well, we're gonna tell you how.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, Bo and Luke Nation, here we are. We're talking about battle rhythm. So, Luke, why don't you start us off in your words, what you feel battle rhythm is?
So to me, and keep in mind, I'm not military, right? And I know we get into this with a lot of folks from the military. For me, battle rhythm is how you set up your day for success. It's all about being in the right mindset to accomplish what you need for the day. At least that's what I get out of it. How about you?
Yeah, no, I think it's the same way. And I kind of like the term battle rhythm versus just saying daily routine or what it is you do every day or your calendar or something like that, right? Because battle rhythm, putting a term to it kind of helps your mindset, right? Because it's all
That's
about
right.
how you're thinking and what you're going to do and how you're going to go about your day. So if you give it a really specific term, then you can grab onto that and be energized by it, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And there's lots of stuff out there that you'll read, folks. I'm sure like one of the biggest ones is the miracle morning. I've heard of that quite a bit. And it's certain things you could do. It might be writing, exercising, meditating, all of that. I will say, to get us kicked off, it's just important that you start doing something that is productive besides hitting the snooze button every morning.
That's right. And let's just start right there, right? Because I have ups and downs in the battle rhythm, but when I'm killing it and I'm really going after it every day, the snooze button disappears. So if I set the alarm for 4:30 a.m. and it goes off, I got to hit the off button and get my tired rear end out of bed.
Absolutely. You have to.
Yeah, because if you hit the snooze button, you're really delaying. You're already putting a wrinkle in your system, right?
Yes.
You're already putting a blocker, a distraction by wanting to sleep more. So it's very important that you start your day off with the right action, which could literally just be getting out of bed. I mean,
Yes.
it can be that. That's not always easy, but it can be that straightforward.
I think it is that easy. So and I read something yesterday actually, and then I tried it this morning, and it had a benefit that I didn't foresee. So it basically said that the reason why you're groggy in the morning is only because you're dehydrated. So it said when you wake up, just chug 24 ounces of water, like put it to your lips. Don't take it out to your lips until you chug 24 ounces of water. Yeah. Well, I can't tell you if being dehydrated is exactly why you're groggy, but I will tell you that after you chug 24 ounces of water, the chances of you getting back into that bed are very low.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I've read studies like that too, where, starting your day off in the morning with a bottle of water or making sure you drink water first, it's about getting all of the organs in your body that need to support you, that help you actually or make you live, right? I mean, that's what they need. They need water. They got to get juiced up, if you will.
That's absolutely right. It's absolutely right. So that is what a battle rhythm is, folks, is it's something to get you into your day and get it started so that you have, we don't like to say routine, right? But that rhythm that you get into to set up the rest of the day for success. Bo, they instill this on you in the military, like
Yeah.
pretty much like the day you get there, I think.
Yeah, and in the military, on the Army side, anyways, when you think of battle rhythm, that's more organizational and what the organizations do and how they prepare and their routine for actually getting ready for battle, for combat. But in the at the people level, or we'll say down at the lowest common denominator with your teams and your units, it's really about having a training schedule. So it's called training schedule, but then on that schedule, this is where your battle rhythm comes into play. It's literally like a calendar, only it's not in a calendar. It's on a document. It could be on a spreadsheet. It's starting out, from the very first thing you're going to do in the day. It might go from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. or something like that. And every hour of the day is accounted for and what you're going to do.
It's an all-day battle rhythm.
It's an all day thing. And that's what helps, right? So in very simplistic forms, and this is even what I do today, say your first thing of the day, where you're being held accountable is physical fitness. And you got to all come together as a group and do physical fitness. And that starts at 6 a.m. Well, you can't set your alarm clock for 6 a.m., right? You're late. So you got to back that up for making sure you get out of bed. And when you get out of bed, you got to shave. You got to, if you're a man, you got to shave, or if you're a woman, you put your hair up. You got to get ready. You got to get dressed. You got to travel to wherever it is that you meet. So you're backing up that 6 a.m. to create a wake up call for yourself on when you're going to get out of bed and set the alarm, right? And
Sure.
you can't hit, unless you're backing up your alarm 2 hours so you can hit snooze 6 times. I don't know. You gotta start with, when you're going to get out of bed, and then literally put it on the calendar. Physical fitness is from 6 to 7 a.m. And then from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. it's personal hygiene. So you're going to go home, you're going to shower, you get dressed, you're going to have breakfast. You're going to do those things during that hour. Right. And then 8 a.m. you're back at work for work call. And then lunch is 12 to 1 p.m. Then you got work from 1 to maybe 5 or 6 p.m. Right. And then other things and events can happen during that day. And then you have dinner, and on the calendar or on the training schedule. I mean, it's all accounted for.
That's right.
I mean, it's literally every moment of the day is
I
accounted
drill it
for.
into you.
Yeah, day in, day out, right? And then they put in, think about this. It's kind of like in real life having an accountability partner, right?
Yep.
Only in the military sense, units have to take those training schedules and actually send them to higher authorities of command to get approved. And they're usually done like six weeks out. Right. So somebody else is holding you, some other leader in charge of you is holding you accountable to the training schedule that you put out and published. So it'd be like me giving you my battle rhythm, say, Luke, here's what, and then you holding me accountable to it,
I don't know if I could hang with that.
Well, I'm just, hey, it's all about creating. It's just about creating the right behaviors and habits that, and what is the whole point, really? What is the whole point?
Yeah. Which gets us to the next question, Bo, is why. So for listeners, why do they need one? Why does anyone need a battle rhythm?
Yeah, I think if you want to achieve whatever you're going after in life, it doesn't matter. And you could adjust it based upon what's happening. You could be a teenager needing to get through high school, and a battle rhythm can help you. You can be in college. You can be just, working, whatever, in your daily life, and you have to get to work at a certain time. Having a battle rhythm and being committed to it helps you achieve what you need to achieve throughout the day. And think about this, Luke. Kind of goes in line with the book by Admiral McRaven, Make Your Bed. And in that book, and in that book, Make Your Bed, it's it's the best-selling book. The whole point is, he says, when you get up in the morning, part of the battle rhythm is one of the first things you do is you got to make your bed.
Yep.
Okay. It becomes part of your battle rhythm, and it really is your first accomplishment of the day, aside from getting up.
Yep.
Right. You get up, you make your bed, you accomplish something. It's little, but it's powerful. You have a battle rhythm, you'll have a series of accomplishments throughout the entire day. Right.
Right.
It's a pretty powerful tool to push you towards your objectives. And
That's right.
And what we would say in the military, mission accomplishment. All right. Well, what's your mission this week? How are you going to get there?
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm a stickler about that one too, about making the bed.
Yeah.
And let's be real, listeners. I'm not like doing hospital corners and crazy stuff like that. Like I don't make it a crazy 10-minute ordeal, but I flatten everything out and make it presentable. But it's so true. Number one, I mean, it's the first accomplishment out of the day, and then other accomplishments build off of that. And then you start accomplishing other things because it's just a little thing. My favorite part that he says in his book as well is at the end of the day, like even if it was the worst day ever, your day completely sucks. The last thing you do is get into a made bed, and it was the first thing that you accomplished. So there's just something psychological about that.
Oh yeah. There's
quite a bit too.
I completely agree. Imagine if you rented a hotel at a nice resort, right? And you walk into the hotel upon check-in and the bed's not made.
Yep.
Are you mad? You get mad, you get angry, you call the front desk. You're like, what the hell, man? Right? The beds aren't made. What you complain. That is an issue.
That's right. Yeah.
So it shouldn't be the same at home. And I'm not telling you to go yell at your spouse or kids or whatever, right? I'm saying when you come home at the end of the day, if it's been a long, aggravating day, and then you get ready to go to bed and it's all a mess, now you're in a different state of mind and you're having to find where's the sheet. You got to pull it up and you're kind of semi making it before you even get in it.
That's right. Oh, it's totally true. Yeah. 100%.
I know
I'm big on making the bed.
Me too. I even know like when it's time to change the sheets, do that in the morning, man. When you get out of bed, strip the bed, put the new sheets on and make your bed.
That's right.
Because it's always a pain in the, what, when it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night or later. And you're like, oh man,
yep.
I still got to put sheets on the bed. And then you're just not in the mood for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all about your mind.
I want to touch on this too, because I think that most people are very intimidated by it. I do it every morning. It's changed my life, but I'm not like crazy into it, but I guess it's meditation. Yeah. And I want to call out. So I read Tim Ferriss's book. You've checked it out too, The Tools of Titans, where he took all of his podcasts, interviewed listeners. He interviewed like hundreds of the most successful people on earth. We're talking like, Jocko Willink, Tony Robbins, like people that big time people. Anyways, 80% of the people that he interviewed had some form of meditation in the morning.
Yeah.
The other 20% had something that they did that really borderline meditation. So one of the things that he mentioned a lot of people did was listen to the same song on repeat, for example. Yeah. And it would be like a way to get in that proper headspace, right? Yeah. So I think no matter what you call it, you can almost say, well, all of these successful people take some part of their day to do it. And I would urge people to implement that in there. I do 5 minutes a morning. It's nothing. Literally 5 minutes a morning. And it's not intimidating. You can get on YouTube and just say guided meditation into YouTube and find what you want,
Yeah. So it helps your mind, gets you prepared for, think about that, 5 minutes and you're getting yourself prepared to kickstart your day.
That's right.
In a 24-hour period, you spend 5 minutes. That's minuscule.
And here's what it trains you. So listeners, you're probably like, oh, I don't need to find Zen. I don't, I'm already calm. But it's not about that. All right. Here's what it is. It's training your mind to live in the present. So as humans, when we think about this, as children, we're in the present all the time. We're either playing with toys, we have screen time, whatever we're doing, right? We're always in the present. At some point in our lives, we lose that. And as adults, we either live in the past or we live in the future all the time. And we're not living in the present. But here's the problem is you can't make any real change or push your life forward or actually improve unless you're in the present. So think about that. That's a training exercise every day. Yeah. Take 5 minutes to train yourself to actually be in the present and watch what happens. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And then you'll stick to your new battle rhythm that you've established. And you think about it, when you have a battle rhythm, it too, and you're starting out with a meditation or spiritual time in the morning, it it forces you to be in the now, because if you have a battle rhythm and at 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. to say 10 a.m. You're doing prospect calls, right?
Yep.
Okay, that you got to do that, right? That you have to be in the moment to do those calls, because if you're thinking about next week or next month or, oh my gosh, my quarterly sales objectives or something like that, right? You're not going to be in the call, right?
No.
But if you have the battle rhythm and you're doing your prospect calls every day from 9 to 10 a.m., and that's what you do, guess what? You'll have the results at the end of the quarter that you need because you stuck to your battle rhythm and you did it every single day.
That's correct.
Versus trying to figure out, oh, what the hell am I going to do today?
Yeah.
Right? What do I need to work on? No,
Yeah.
that's not when you.
If you're not being successful at work or in life, maybe listeners start at evaluating and say, am I living in the future and in the past? And if you are, if you're like, man, I'm really struggling, try being present in the meetings that you have every day and watch how your luck changes. Because you're not going to be a good conversation partner. You're not going to retain as much of the information as you can. And I think what I've learned, most on this journey, especially with the Bo and Luke show and just trying to improve, is that we are only able to act on the information that we retain.
Yeah.
And if you're only intaking like half the information that people are giving to you in a meeting, in a business setting, in a personal setting,
yeah,
you're only getting half the opportunity to actually do something.
Right.
So that could be like, if you're going to start somewhere, you're going to start being present, or at least evaluating that and saying, hey, am I living in the future or the past?
Yeah. And the whole thing is this, because you establish a battle rhythm, right? You set specific time during your week on one day. A lot of people can do it like first thing, early Monday after your meditation time. Maybe you do it Sunday night. Maybe you do it Friday before your day ends, and you plan and you put into your battle rhythm for the next week. Right.
That's right. Yes.
So you set time. So when you're in the moment and you're thinking about next week, right? That's the time for you to think about the future, which is next week.
Yes.
Right. But it's kind of like using psychology to your advantage, because you're still in the moment and you set the time in your battle rhythm to specifically go through those items, right?
100%.
I need to put in my battle rhythm next week. I need to make sure I got everything straight. Am I missing anything? It's all set. I'm good to go. Right? Bam. Done.
Get it done.
Now you don't have to worry about the future anymore.
No.
Right? It's set.
And it's pointless. It's pointless. What are you to worry about? I mean, sure, I guess you can worry about it a little bit, but we make it, as humans and adults, we live in the future and the past. It's unbelievable how many people do this.
I know it is. And there are the past and the future are two things that never arrive.
Oh,
right?
Because
every day you wake up, it's today.
That's so true.
The past is done, gone, can't get there, right? The future is always in the future. There's always a future, right? And every day is today. So why consume yourself with those things, right? We have a presidential election coming up in like 79 days. Okay. If you've already know who you're voting for, why do you have to worry about it anymore? Yep. Right? Is there any reason to stress about it, have anxiety about it, think about it, worry about it, or any of those things? No. Why let that impact your life or your emotions or your state of mind? Exactly.
I totally agree. And I think this brings us to the next point is like, for the listeners, like, what should you do? So I want to start off. There's really no right answer as to what you should do. Here's what you should definitely do. Is you should definitely Google morning routines and battle rhythm and find something that fits with your lifestyle and what you want to do. So
right.
What do I mean by that? Like if being healthy and exercising is something that you're passionate about it, that you like, you're going to want to implement that into your battle rhythm in the morning. If not, then maybe you're going to want to go the meditation route. Some people are big on journaling or writing down things or making a to-do list. Right? Yeah. Maybe it's as simple as having a rhythm where you get up, you make coffee, you take a shower, you walk the dog, make your bed, and then you're off to work. As long as
Yeah.
you can repeat that and you're doing it in a healthy way that fits your lifestyle,
Yeah.
only good things are going to come from that.
Right. Because you've probably experienced the day when even if it's just that simple, right? You get up, you make coffee, you walk the dog, shower, get dressed, what you just said. If you have a day where, I don't know, power goes out and whatever, your phone died and your alarm doesn't go off. So all of a sudden you jump out of bed, you're already 10 minutes late past your work normal time, you're at work, and your whole morning routine is shot.
Yep.
Just meditate on that for a moment on how that impacts your day.
It's
right?
true.
So you can automatically get the feeling or get the sense of what that morning routine does for you, right? So like you said, do something. There's no wrong way to do it. My thing is, and I put this out the other day, is write it down. And write it down can be whatever you like to do. Whether you're taking a pen, you're writing on a paper, right? You put it into your calendar, put it into your phone on an app, put it in a spreadsheet, whatever works for you, right?
Yes.
Find a way somehow to record, what your battle rhythm's going to be. Hey, and start out. If the best you can do is, hey, what's my rhythm going to be tomorrow? Hey, it's a start.
Yeah.
You got to start.
That's right. And build on it, and don't beat yourself up if you miss a day, if you miss a week. It's only helping yourself. So it's not like anyone's going to look down on you for missing any part of your battle rhythm.
Yeah.
It's your battle rhythm.
It's your battle rhythm. You're trying to hold yourself accountable.
That's right. And therein lies the key.
Yeah. And if you get it wrong today, start again tomorrow. I mean, it's that flexible, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's yours. Yeah. You own it.
Yeah. You own that battle rhythm. But I do think, and that's so strong to think about, that most of the successful people on this earth do something along these lines, even if they call it something different.
Right.
So the benefits of doing this, folks, are just incredible. And I think the benefits are going to be different for everybody, depending on your passions and your direction in life, or whether your age, geography. I mean, there's so many different factors that can play into this. It's a very complex thing, but only positive things are going to come from this. And I see it in my real life, in my own life, on a day-to-day basis, which is why I'm so diligent about it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you. It helps me every day. I love it. It just works. And once you get used to it, you almost can't think of not doing it.
Oh, you're right.
Right. It's because it just becomes part of you. And in reality, Luke, this is what you and I were talking about earlier when we're talking about systems. So folks, Luke and I, we read, we listen to others, we repurpose what we read. It's the reason that we write books, so that people can learn from it and repurpose it and use it in their own life. So we're not being Mr. Innovators here.
No.
This is stuff that's out there. It's really all about execution and getting it into a platform that helps you for your specific life. And one of the things Luke and I talk about a lot are systems. And we have a great quote from Scott Adams, who is the creator of the Dilbert comic strip. And he talks about the difference between goals and systems. And to put it into like real context, it's, what do we say, Luke? Losers have goals, winners have systems.
That's exactly what he said. Yeah.
And we're not calling anybody a loser, right? But we want to differentiate between a goal and a system. And a battle rhythm helps you as a system. It helps you develop a daily system, right? Yes. And I'll just read here specifically. If you set a goal, right? So Luke, let's think about, and everybody listens, think about setting a goal. You want to set a goal, and we'll keep it. This happens to millions of people. You want to lose 10 pounds in 30 days, right?
Yep.
So your goal is 30 days from now, and you have to lose 10 pounds. Okay. So every day between now and the end of that 30 days, right? You have the the process of potentially failing or not feeling that you've won anything or that you've completed it until the end of the 30 days. Right. So it's a
Yep.
feeling of, he calls it a feeling of discouragement.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then if you're getting on the scale every day and maybe today you lost a pound, tomorrow you gain 2, guys, 9 times out of 10, it discourages you totally and you forget about the whole goal and it's over. Right.
Right.
But if you build a system and you're like, every day I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to help me get towards that goal, then every day when you complete that system and you complete that routine, it's a feeling of achievement.
Yes.
Which is encouragement.
That's right.
Yes. Yes. So what he says here, this is quoting Scott Adams. Let me see here. The systems people, so people who create systems, are feeling good every time they apply their system.
Mm-hmm.
So every day when you apply your battle rhythm and you get through the whole day, you're going to feel great, right? The goals people are fighting the feeling of discouragement at each turn.
It's true.
It's true, right?
It's true.
It's 100% true.
And I love it. He also says, like, one of the way he really eloquently put it is he said, success is just the product of the systems that people keep. So success has nothing to do, excuse me, with setting a goal. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, I'm just going to work hard and achieve that goal. Like, that's not how it works. You put a system together, and then the product of that system you keep is the success that you have. And hitting the goal at that point is almost anticlimactic because you expected it to happen because you had the system in place to make that happen. Right. Like you don't get to your point. I don't think your brain gets the endorphin hit when you're hitting the goal. To your point, I think you get the endorphin hit every day when you're completing the system.
Yeah. That's a great point. Right.
Yeah.
I think that is super important. So you can have one endorphin hit or you can have 30.
I want 30.
I want 30.
Yeah.
I
mean,
on
the endorphins.
Bring on the endorphins, right? Let's feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You're achieving every day because you applied the system.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. It's super important in your mindset. Yep.
Bo, I think we have effectively during the show, if we haven't convinced any listeners to hold a battle rhythm, I've definitely convinced myself to be more diligent about mine.
Yeah. No, I agree. Me too. I think it's the only thing for me. It's the only thing that truly works. And now don't get us wrong. You can fall off your system. You know, it's like falling off the wagon, right? You can, that can happen for sure. Right. Consistency is key. But always know that is, if you fall off, you can just jump back on.
Yep.
Just pick a day and jump back on. Right. And get right back at it and tweak it. It's a living, breathing thing. Tweak it. Find what works for you. We are not saying that you have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. You might be a night owl and your day starts at 9 or 10. Who cares? Right. It's about establishing the system that works for you, that you can commit to and hold yourself accountable to, and then just do it every day, day in, day out. And success, whatever success is for you, will be the result of you implementing your system on a regular basis.
That's correct. Rhythm. That's correct. And what we'll do here, folks, is when we drop this episode, which is coming up here very shortly, and Ellen will love this. Ellen's our awesome social media manager. She kills it every week. But I'll post my battle rhythm that I use every single morning on there. And I want to hear other people's feedback. I want to know if there's something better I can be doing. I want to hear about your own battle rhythms or your morning routine. You can tell me mine's stupid. You can tell me how I can, but let's bring this out together. Maybe there's some stuff I don't even know about yet that I should be doing. And I hope people get a benefit from it. And I'll, if you share what you're doing, I'll definitely take some benefit from what you're doing out there as well, listeners.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Share with us. We'll share with you. You share with us. We make it better for everybody. And if you share openly, hey guys, there's girls, guys, there's no judgment, right? If it's working, put it out there. I don't want to hear any negative criticism because somebody will be able to take what you're doing in a positive way and put that into their battle rhythm and it makes them better. So it's all about helping others be better, know better, do better. So let's get after it.
Let's get after it. Bo, do you want to take us home this time, man?
Yeah, let's take it home. So we tried to bring you a shorter, quick episode, something that will really bring some value to your life. And remember, check us out at the boandlukeshow.com, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us feedback. Hey, we have a new email subscription list. It's filling up, and Luke and I are committed. We're sending out like an update on Fridays. We're not going to bombard you with email marketing, and that's not part of some sales funnel that we're generating for the Bo and Luke Show. We're just putting out other great information, and we'll keep doing that on Fridays. So sign up for the email list. It's right there on the homepage, and follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. We're on all the social media platforms. We are growing this show exponentially, and we thank you all for being a part of it. So Luke, hey, I thank you for your time, brother. And that's a wrap.